We had a hilly stage that we've not really seen before on the UAE Tour. They did go past Hatterdam, where they used to finish the uphill sprint that Caleb Ewan won maybe it was called the Abu Dhabi Tour then. Anyway, hilly. It's not a straightforward sprint stage for once in the UAE, so maybe the Breakaway has a chance. With no Merlier, no Philipsen, and Jonathan Milan here, it's not like the other teams have a favourite for the final sprint, although Matteo Malicelli showed in Alula that Milan can be beaten if you're in the right place and the right time and you make a mistake. Here's what he and the other sprinters had to say before the stage.
I waited 3 days for the stage of today, so I am motivated, the team believe in me, so we will try to do again what we did in Alula.
The break formation was a little bit more active from teams than one might expect. We had Jayco wanting to get in, EF, of course, Lotto, Movistar, Visma, Groupama FDJ, who have Milan's brother, Matteo Milan. They wanted to be in with Cavagna. He was my pick on the Lanterne Rouge Cycling podcast for today's stage. You have to listen to that podcast, by the way. If you love cycling and you like these videos, you will like the podcast. He missed it, and a Breakaway went with Steinhauser de Bod on Modern Adventure Pro Cycling, aka the best pro team ever, Milesi, Gamper, and James Knox. Bahrain controlling, but not bring the break back because they got Tiberi in the leader's jersey, just honouring the jersey. And Little Trek doing the lion's share of the early work. Remco looking in good spirits after yesterday's, what must have been a disappointment for him. The Breakaway did have a tailwind, and so hills, tailwind means that a cohesive break is harder to bring back than one might think. And a 2-minute gap is no mean, easy thing to work their way into. Derek G. West, despite being Little Trek's GC man for this race, he's working on the front. There's a crash behind. It's Fabio Jakobsen. He keeps having a lot of bad luck. He's involved in this crash. He'd be out of the sprint today, and we'll see if he's able to sprint tomorrow. Also, Ethan Hayter, Robert Hayes, I saw clutching his arm. He had it like he'd done his collarbone. I hope he's all right. Dan Holer went down as well, but he got back up. But NSN are working for Ethan Vernon. Ineos are working for Welsford. UnoX for Erlen Blikra, who won in Oman. So there's a plethora of sprint teams working. Even UAE Team Emirates put Herachot on the front to give Milano a chance to sprint for the victory. I mean, he won Brugge de Panda last year, jumping in front of Milan in a crash-marred sprint. So it is possible to beat him. Chances in the Breakaway might be higher, especially as a lot of the other teams, who wasn't pulling there? XDS Astana I couldn't really see pulling. They gamble, and they let all the other lead-outs burn themselves chasing this break, which, by the way, 27 seconds, 6Ks to go. We go through a corner. Visma are there in Modern Adventure Pro Cycling. Visma aren't trying to chase the break. Modern Adventure, I think, were blocking because they're the best, most cohesive pro team in history. And who's chasing? So 4Ks to go, 17 seconds. It doesn't change, really. It's still 15 seconds to go to catch in with 3Ks to go. Although we see the break start to skip turns. Gamper, I don't think this was tactical. I think he literally couldn't pull through. He had to skip occasionally. De Bod doesn't like it, so he's holding on a little bit. Imagine being Milan. You can see everything in the sprint. Maybe that's his advantage. He can see where everyone is because he's so tall. And yeah, De Bod skipping a little bit. Steinhaus is working. A little bit curious. Modern Adventure come up. And I was like, there must be a corner coming and they're going to block. But they're not. So yeah, I guess it didn't make a difference, I don't think. I think the break was always going to get caught because you see, the break got caught so late. It's like, yeah, that's for a reason. The Peloton usually, that's why the break rarely wins, usually in stages like this, except the Gazprom 1-2-3 with Vacek like in 2021, it manages its resources correctly so that the lead-outs don't spend themselves unless they absolutely have to. The motorbikes through the roundabout might have helped a little bit. Still 10 seconds with 1,300 meters to go, and it was a real 10 seconds. Steinhauser puts in a big turn. Milese, he's really good in this sort of scenario, like his teammate Romeo, who might have had a good stage today. And it's, look who hasn't pulled. Look who's still got a full train. Alpecin, who are going for Gerben Tyson, and XDS Astana, they got Syriza and Gonov. Yeah, Gonov, who I really like. I like Gonov and Syriza, really underrated lead-outs. Really like them. They got unlucky with timing of Gazprom folding and yeah, they basically didn't have teams to ride for when they were just coming out of U23s, and now they found a place, and they deserve that place in the World Tour Peloton because, yeah, they're starting to get this lead out right. Malicelli gets unlucky. You'll see it in the overhead. Breakaway's finessing. It didn't have the margin to finesse. De Bod launches. Steinhauser on his wheel. They're going to get caught with like 250 to go, and they're going to use the slingshot of the break, which is, yeah, Saritza doing his final pull. Ben Swift, I think, on the wheel. And Milan boxes in Malicelli. He boxes in Malicelli. I'll show you in the overhead again. It's Matteo Milan on his brother's wheel. He tries to come out of the slipstream early, which is rather ambitious. He probably should have stayed in the slipstream. But here you see Saritza's on the front, Swift behind him. Welsford got caught deep. Milan boxes Malicelli, and Malicelli's like probably given him 20 kegs. He's a smaller sprinter. He had to push Milan. I think Milan maybe he's hunting for the draft, but here Milese just flicks out as they're coming past. Milan just has Malicelli boxed enough, and Malicelli has to break, and that's it. I mean, would he have beaten Milan in the slipstream? He did in Alula, but there the win was different. There Milan had to do a way bigger effort. I think my answer is no. And Vernon comes up in the slipstream, but still, Malicelli probably would have come second in the draft. Milan says, thanks, Derek G. West. It wouldn't have been possible without him pulling, and that's the truth. Milan wins ahead of Vernon, Milan, Tyson, Frodovo, Malicelli just short near Pickerel, Welsford, Huku. Here is what Milan had to say after the stage.
Johnny, did you have some doubts that it would be a bunch sprint at the end with this breakaway so close to the finish?
Yeah, I mean, I have to say the truth. Yes, we know that this breakaway was really strong. He was always keeping him there 2 minutes, 3 minutes during the race. I have to say that my guys, they was really strong to keep them under control. They did really big work. Super strong effort from them, and I have to thank them like always. We just chased them like I think after the 1 kilometer to go, and there I was a bit more relaxed, I have to say, but in the spring you're never so relaxed. We know that it will be a bit also stressful as the last kilometers, because with this big straight there's always a bit of washing machine. It will be tough to stay all together, but my teammates, they also there did a really fantastic job, always keeping me in the first position, and they leave me really in a good way. So I just to sprint, and really happy also for my performance.
In terms of GC, no changes. Antonio Tiberi still 21 seconds ahead of Del Toro. We have a very flat sprint stage tomorrow. Haven't done University sprint. I don't think there's crosswinds, so it'll just be it should be a Milan cleanup job, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe people get in the breakaway. Who knows? Ciao, ciao.